franktalks.com.
I want to ask you something. You specialize and have for many years, especially when you were in Toronto holding a lot of groups, and you wrote a book on it, on adult male virgins. I mean, there are adult female virgins too, but what is their biggest challenge? Like, what do you find is the reason why they have not been able to move forward in that department?
It's a variety of reasons. It could be everything from just being overly nervous to just never having had a proper example. Many of these guys may have actually tried to date but got rejected so badly. Or, you'll hear the story of, I asked out a girl in high school and she made fun of me so much that everybody joined in, and that's it. I'm never going to put myself out there again. 20 years later, they're an adult, never having had a girlfriend.
Right.
So there's a lot of reasons. Sometimes it starts off as a religious reason, that they have a certain religious belief that doesn't allow them to do that. But then along the way, they lost faith, or they decided the religion wasn't for them. But now they find themselves older, and the number one reason I could say is that because they've waited so long, the idea of starting now is so overwhelming. Up until age 25, it's almost still accepted. What? You're 24 and still a virgin? Well, you probably were focusing on school or getting your life
There's
together.
almost like a reason for it.
So it's okay. But the age of 25 is what I call the age of pain. Because once you're 25, 26, 27, at that point, nobody says, oh, you're just still trying to figure it out. People start to ask the question, what's wrong with you? That's the stigma involved. It becomes even more difficult to ask for help. You don't want to go out on a date because you don't know what to do. And what if I lean in for the kiss at the wrong time? What if it turns out I don't know how to kiss?
Or what if she finds out I'm a virgin? And am I supposed to tell her? What if? There's a lot of what ifs, right?
A lot of what ifs. And then there are people who have admitted, yes, I'm a virgin, I've never dated. And the reaction they got was not a positive one.
Right.
It wasn't a patient one. It wasn't a compassionate one. It was more of a, I don't want the pressure of being your first.
Right.
And I know men and women who have gone through that.
Okay. That's a particular challenge right there, huh?
It is. And sometimes you're trying to get them to understand you have to commit through the behaviors, and you have to be willing to feel kind of silly by trying to do things you've never tried before. So when I give them the rule, if you're going out on a date, you have to go in for the goodnight kiss. It's such an overwhelming situation because they attach so much meaning on that first kiss. And again, that's part of it. They attach so much meaning that the first time has to be special. Don't forget that with everything available out there between prostitution and escorts and all these other venues, if people wanted to lose their virginities just for sex,
they could easily do it.
They could easily do it. They don't. They don't want just sex. They want a connection.
They want a relationship.
Love. They want a relationship. But all of that extra pressure means the first time I kiss a girl is going to be the first time I kiss a girl. Or the first time I have sex with a boy is going to be my first time having sex. And once you attach all that extra meaning to it, it becomes a little bit more challenging to face those fears.
It's a lot of pressure and a lot of anxiety. And in my office, it's called performance anxiety.
There you go.
There's a huge fear of, what if it doesn't work?
And what I try to tell everybody is, guess what? Your first sexual experience
may not work.
It's not only is it going to work, I let them know. I just want to assure you that the first time you have sex will be a disaster. It will be the worst sex you've ever had. But it gets better after that.
Right.
Once I send them in with that expectation, and they know, well, this is the worst it's ever going to be, and
I can live with that. Yeah, it's not too bad, right?
And then once they realize that their worst was actually okay and the other person didn't see any signs that, hey, don't you know what to do?
Right.
That tends not to happen just because once you get going and you start figuring it out.
Also with porn today and people watching that, I just hope they don't, people don't build up unrealistic expectations of what it's supposed to be. I mean, they can certainly learn techniques by watching, but...
Well, that is also something else. Am I going to be able to live up to what this other person may have experienced? And the ironic thing, and this is a conversation I've had with countless people, both male and female adult-aged virgins, they refuse the idea of dating another virgin. What you would think is the opposite. You should want to be with another adult-aged virgin, but no. They say it themselves. Why would I want to be with somebody who knows less about this than I do?
Right. Interesting. More dating dilemmas coming up here on Passion on CJAD 800.
You're listening to Passion with Dr. Laurie Betito, the podcast. Hear the show live weeknights 10 to 11 on CJAD 800.
Dating dilemmas tonight on the program. Frank Kermit in studio with me, as he does every month, taking your questions about dating. So you can text us at 514-800 or call in at 514-790-0800. You can also send your questions straight to Frank's Facebook, which he gets them here at, what's your face? Just Frank Talks, right?
If you just go look up Frank Kermit on Facebook, you're just going to see the same face that appears on my website, franktalks.com, and that's me.
And there it is. All right. So what is, well, why don't you share some of the questions you got?
Okay, I got this question off of YouTube, and it was in the comment section of an interview you and I did many years ago, one of their first, on adult male virgins.
Okay. That's why I knew there was a reason for that.
Dear Frank, there's a man, age 33. I suspect he's a virgin. The fact is I love him. We work together in an activity that is very consuming, dealing with edge situations of human life, sometimes dangerous. He is aware of my feelings, and as far as I know, he likes me too, but at this point, he's totally blocked. I took the first step, and we've already kissed. But he doesn't know what to do next and seems too proud to let me know his secret. Should I ask him about that, or would it be too much? How could I approach? I don't want him to feel bad or hurt or humiliated. Besides being love-shy, he is the most admirable and generous man I know. Okay. Now, first of all, there's nothing that you could say or do that's going to make him feel worse than he probably already feels right now. Number two, don't just go and say, look, I figured you're a virgin, you don't have any experience, but that's okay.
What if he isn't?
Maybe he's not. Maybe he's just really shy. Maybe he's recovering from some type of bad incident or a bad heartbreak, and he's just very standoffish. Maybe he's asexual. We really don't know. Right.
So it could very well be that, couldn't she just say, well, I notice you're very shy about this, or I wonder sometimes, maybe I'm wondering about your level of experience.
I think you should just,
assuming that he's a virgin.
Yeah, I think you should just suggest that he come over for a dinner that you've made for the two of you. Basically, don't wait for him to make the next move. If he really doesn't know what to do next, don't wait for him to make the next move. Be the one to say, I want to get together with you. I'm going to make dinner on Thursday night. Come on over.
Right. I think some men, too, are afraid of the rejection, so they wait till she makes the move. So there's a certainty. When there's a certainty, it's like, okay, well, there's much less of a risk now.
Also, some men may fear not necessarily going on the date, but he's thinking in his head, she wouldn't really want me if she got to know me. So he'll do everything he can to push her away.
So they sabotage.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So this is why, miss, make the first move. Take it to the next level. Don't wait for him to do it.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense. Coming up, news, and we've got, interesting text coming in as well, and more of your questions here on Dating Dilemmas. Frank Kermit is in studio with me answering your questions, so if you've got a question you want to ask, you can text or you can call it in. News is next, and then more Dating Dilemmas here on Passion on CJAD 800.
Frank Talks is sponsored in part by the Adult Male Virgin Seminars and Telephone Consultations. If you are an adult and want to get a handle on this once and for all, you need this seminar. Being an adult male virgin can be most stigmatizing in today's society. You feel like a failure in the eyes of the mass culture around you, alienated from your male friends who all talk about their sexual conquest, and you must hide this shameful secret lest they use it against you. And the very personal pain, anguish, and despair that cannot be described by words that haunts you every moment of your life. Enough is enough. It is time for male virgins to take charge of their sex lives. Frank gives you the rules of winning in this seminar. The Adult Male Virgin Seminars and Telephone Consultations. Make your first time the best time of her life. Only available at franktalks.com. Frank helps adult boys turn into men.
If you need help with your relationships, my buddy Frank, he's got some tips. FrankTalks.com. His advice is better than your mom's. He knows what you're going through, 'cause Frank has been there too. So log on to FrankTalks.com. FrankTalks.com.
Need help with love, sex, dating and relationships? Visit